Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now folks, if you've been following the Steelers this season, you know that every game is a roller coaster. And just recently the Steelers faced a tough, frustrating defeat that really left the fans, players, and coaching staff alike feeling a bit shaken. What happened? Well, it's a mix of the usual NFL chaos, but this time the defense took a hit. They were caught off guard by concepts that they've seen before, that they've prepared for, but somehow the opponent managed to fool them, and that's always a tough pill to swallow in Pittsburgh. You expect your defense, one of the core strengths of this team, to be sharp, aggressive, and most importantly, aware of what's coming. But in this last game, it seemed like they were caught napping, like they fell into a trap that they had actually studied and prepared for, but simply didn't read correctly when it mattered most. Heyward, one of the true leaders of this team and certainly a voice of reason and experience on that defensive line, didn't hold back after the game. He was visibly disappointed, and in his interview, he made it clear that this isn't just about losing a game. It's about learning from mistakes, about the need for sharper focus and better game awareness. Hayward emphasized that the team needs to be more vigilant, more disciplined, especially when facing familiar concepts that they've already analyzed. It's one thing to prepare for an opponent's tricks, but it's another to actually recognize them on the field and react accordingly. Cameron's words echo the sentiment of many Steelers fans who expect nothing but resilience and growth from their team. They want to see that fire to improve, to adapt, and to come back stronger. What's really telling about this situation is how it exposes the ongoing challenge for the Steelers' defense. They've had moments of brilliance this season, no doubt, but consistency has been a concern. The league is full of teams that are constantly evolving, and defensive coordinators are always trying to outsmart each other with schemes, formations, and fake plays. If the Steelers want to stay competitive at the highest level, they need to tighten up their game recognition, their communication, and their ability to read offensive setups early. It's not just about talent, it's about mental sharpness and discipline. That's what Heyward pointed out, that the team must learn from these lapses, analyze what went wrong, and make sure they don't repeat those mistakes in future matchups. This isn't just about a single game or a single player's performance. It's about the collective mindset of the team. The coaching staff is also taking this very seriously. They're sitting down, watching the tape, breaking down every play, and trying to identify exactly where the gaps are. It's a process of fine-tuning, a necessary step if the Steelers hope to make a serious playoff push and ultimately contend for another Super Bowl. The AFC North is a tough division, as always, with fierce rivals like the Ravens and Bengals constantly pushing to keep the Steelers at bay. But the Steelers have a rich history of resilience, of bouncing back from adversity, and that's exactly what they're aiming for now. The players, especially the veterans like Hayward, understand that setbacks are part of the game. What matters most is how they respond. The team's focus now shifts to correcting these defensive lapses, sharpening their game plan, and coming out stronger in the next game. It's about execution, about trust in each other, and about maintaining that steel resolve that Pittsburgh is known for. The flashes of brilliance are still there, but consistency is what separates good teams from great ones, and the Steelers are determined to be in that elite category. That's why you see the commitment from every player on that roster, from the coaching staff to the rookies trying to make their mark. And let's not forget, this season has been a roller coaster in many ways. The Steelers have had moments of brilliance, with their offense sometimes firing on all cylinders, but also moments where they've struggled to sustain drives or stop opposing offenses at critical junctures. The defense, traditionally the backbone of this franchise, has shown flashes of dominance, but also moments of vulnerability, especially against teams that are well-prepared and versatile. That's why the recent game was a wake-up call. It reminded everyone that the NFL is a game of details, of small adjustments, and of mental toughness. The Steelers are a team that values grit, discipline, and the ability to adapt quickly, and they know that in the coming weeks, everything will be put to the test. Now, talking about some key players, Hayward's leadership is more crucial than ever. When he speaks, the team listens. His experience, his work ethic, and his desire to see the Steelers succeed are infectious. He's not just a player, he's a symbol of what this franchise is all about. His emphasis on awareness and learning from mistakes is a rallying cry for everyone in the locker room. The defense will have to do better, they'll need to tighten their communication, and they'll have to be more disciplined in their assignments. The coaching staff is fully aware of this, and they're working tirelessly behind the scenes to make the necessary adjustments. Meanwhile, the offensive side of the ball continues to show promise, with quarterback Kenny Pickett leading the charge. He's been developing nicely this season, showing growth in his decision-making and leadership. The offensive line has been solid, providing him with the protection he needs, and the receivers are making plays when it counts. But it's the defense that needs to step up and reclaim its reputation as one of the league's toughest units. That's the challenge ahead, to learn from the setbacks, to tighten up, and to come out swinging in the next game. The Steelers fans, as always, are passionate and unwavering. They believe in this team's potential and understand that setbacks are part of the journey. They've seen this team rise before, they know what it takes to come back from adversity. The energy in the stadium, the chants, the jerseys, the passion, it all fuels this team to keep fighting. The city of Pittsburgh is proud of its Steelers, and they expect nothing less than a resilient, disciplined, and victorious squad. That's what makes this team special, its history, its grit, and its unbreakable spirit. Looking ahead, the road is tough. There are more challenges, more division rivals ready to pounce, and playoff hopes that depend on consistency and mental toughness. But if there's one thing we know about the Steelers, it's that they're never out of the fight. Hayward's words remind us that every setback is a lesson, and every lesson is a step closer to redemption. This team has the talent, the leadership, and the desire to bounce back stronger than ever. They're going to analyze, adjust, and come back with even more determination. The AFC North is a battleground, but the Steelers are still very much in the fight, and they're not going to go down without a fight. So, Steelers fans, stay tuned. The season is far from over, and this team has the potential to turn things around. The next few games will be crucial in showing the world what this franchise is really made of. Hayward's leadership and the collective effort of the entire squad will be the key to overcoming these hurdles. And remember, the passion and support from the stands and the fans back home are what keep this team pushing forward. The Steelers are a family, and every setback is just a setup for a comeback. We believe in this team, and I know you do too. So keep the faith, stay loud, and get ready for what's next, because the Steelers are not done yet. They're hungry, they're resilient, and they're determined to rise again. The journey continues, and you'll want to be here every step of the way because the best is yet to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Do you believe this team can bounce back from this setback? Are you confident that Hayward and the rest of the leadership can steer this ship back on course? I want to know what you're thinking, because your voice is part of this story. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates on the Steelers, more analysis, and all the latest news you need to stay ahead of the game. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep the Steelers family strong. Remember, every game, every play is a new chapter in this incredible story of resilience and determination. Thanks for being here, and as always, go Steelers.